Hi, today's topic for editorial discussion is diminishing returns. So recently this virtual summit on Shanghai Cooperation Organization was concluded in our Indian Prime Minister. He only hosted this virtual summit, and this recently concluded. A lot of developments occurred there. For example, the signing of New Delhi Declaration was signed, and Iran was admitted as the ninth member of the organization, and a lot of heated exchanges were heated exchanges took place between Pakistan and India, between China and India. All the subtle wordplay, this and all happened in the SCO virtual summit. So yes, we'll see what is the SCO, how it came into existence, and what is the organizational structure of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization, and also the significance and challenges that India faces being a member of this regional organization named the Shanghai Cooperation Organization. So yes, first in Shanghai, before it came into existence, it was called as the Shanghai Five Mechanism. Shanghai Five Mechanism. In April 1996, this mechanism was formed, known as the Shanghai Five, which comprised of China, Russia, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan and Tajikistan as their members. So this was going on for a while, for around 5 years, and in June 2001, Uzbekistan is getting admitted into the Shanghai Five mechanism, and there in 2001 June, a declaration is signed, SCO declaration is signed, like officially forming the Shanghai Cooperation Organization. So this is happening, and in 2002 a new charter, SCO charter is being signed in Russia, and all these things are happening. And in 2015 a decision is made to provide full membership for India and Pakistan. So this decision is made in 2015, but they become members only in 2017. They became full-fledged members in 2007. Before they were like observers and all these things. In 2017 they are becoming full-fledged members. And on a more recent note, a few days back, Iran was also inducted into the Shanghai Cooperation Organization. This is the history and membership of Shanghai Cooperation Organization. So presently there are 9 members: China, Russia, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, India, Pakistan and Uzbekistan and Iran. Now the 9th member, Iran, has been inducted. Oh yes, this is what the organization, this is what the membership of SCO is. There are also observers to this Shanghai Cooperation Organization. They are not full-fledged members, but they are observers to the organization. There is Afghanistan, there is Belarus and Mongolia as observers. Iran earlier was an observer of Shanghai Cooperation Organization, but today, at least a few days back, it was inducted as a member. Yes, only 3 observers now. It is Afghanistan, Mongolia and Belarus. So this is what SCO's membership is all about. And SCO, its organization structure goes like this. So there is this supreme decision making authority known as the Head of States Council, which is the supreme decision making authority, and it also meets once every year. It also meets one time in a year. So yes, this is the HOSC. And next we have the Head of Government Council. Head of States Council is the supreme decision making authority, and we also have the Head of Government Council, which also meets one time in a year. So this is the major, and we also have other mechanisms for ministers to meet, all these other secretaries to meet, all these ministers to meet. We have mechanisms also, and all these coordinators, national coordinators. There will be national coordinators for SCOs, and all these national coordinators meeting can also be set up. There are also mechanisms for setting up such meetings between secretaries and national coordinators of SCO member nation and observer nations. So this is how the organization structure of SCO goes. And we also have in SCO there is also two permanent bodies, that is Executive Committee on RATS, Regional Anti-Terror Structure, that is RATS, Regional Anti-Terror Structure. So that is what RATS is. So the Executive Committee of RATS, it is aimed, or it aspires to tackle issues such as terrorism, separatism, extremism and all these things it tries to tackle. So that is what the role of Executive Committee of RATS. And the second permanent body is the SCO Secretariat. SCO Secretariat, it is what it coordinates with the members and all. coordinates the policies and actions of SCO members and decisions to be taken there. This is all done by the SCO secretariat. So this is the two permanent bodies of SCO, and these are the major, this is the major organization function and membership of SCO. So now let us move into the significance of India in the SCO. What significance does India hold by being a member of Shanghai Cooperation Organization? So yes, the first major significance is Central Asian connectivity. Central Asia, we all know, next to Pakistan is Central Asia only, all this Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, there are all these stans, right? There are 7 stans actually, Afghanistan and Pakistan, all these others 5 stans are in the Central Asia, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Uzbekistan, Tajikistan, Turkmenistan, and Afghanistan and Pakistan. These are the 7 stans, and except Pakistan and Afghanistan, all other stans are in the Central Asian region. So apart from these other stans, apart from Turkmenistan, all other stans are members of SCO. So India, by being a member of SCO, it can gain a lot of Central Asian access. And one thing is that after the disintegration of USSR, United States of Soviet Russia, the thing is, India's connectivity with Central Asia, it has been reducing, it has been gradually declining. So what SCO gives us is that it gives us another chance to improve our Central Asian engagements and Central Asian connectivity. Not only Central Asia, through Central Asia we can also connect to Eurasia, we can also connect to Europe. All these things can happen, but the base of this is Central Asian connectivity that is provided to us by Shanghai Cooperation Organization. The next significance is energy security. Energy security. Shanghai Cooperation Organization members, these members, right? They hold 44% of natural gas reserves of the world and 1/5 of oil reserves of the world. 1/5 of global oil reserves and 44% of natural gas reserves. So India's energy security can also be further amplified by SCO engagement and engagement with the Central Asian countries. And not only that, Kazakhstan is also one of the major producers of uranium, and uranium we use it in our nuclear power plants, right? So this can also be done. Not only conventional or fossil fuel energy can be used, but also for new and emerging energy technologies such as the nuclear energy that has gained much prominence since the talk about pollution has been into the scene. So yes, not only fossil fuels but also renewable and other forms of non-conventional energy can also be amplified. So energy security will be greatly enhanced for India by being a member of Shanghai Cooperation Organization. And boost India's image. So boost India's image. What does this boost India's image? So India has always been a balancing power. Even in the past, in the Cold War era and all, we did not join either side. Yes, we had very good relationship with Russia. We had decent relationship with US, but we did not join either sides. Either the USSR side or the American side. We did not join both sides. We followed the policy of non-alignment. Yes. Fast forwarding to the 21st century, India has also held such a stance. India is not joining either sides, but yes, India is having a cordial relationship with almost all players, and India is one of the prominent players and prominent supporters of this multipolar world, in which India in itself is a pole. And India has been a supporter of this multipolar world. So yes, critics say India is aligning with US, and some say India is highly aligning with Russia and all these things. So this boost image, by joining SCO, this boost image as a balancing power. India is in an organization with China, Russia and all these other countries, and it is also in a grouping called Quad, which comprises of US, Australia and Japan as other members. So India's image as a balancing power is further enhanced or boosted by its membership in the Shanghai Cooperation Organization. So that is the third significance that we have. And also trade and logistics. These countries, right, all these 9 countries, they make up around 1/3 of the world's GDP, and India can use this chance, use SCO as a forum, SCO as a medium to further enhance its economic investments, investment bids, trade, logistics, connectivity, and all these things can be enhanced. All these things by trade outreaches, free trade agreements, and also investment bids, investment can come in, investment can flow out, all these things can be done. And logistics also, through Central Asia we can take things to Europe, Eurasian regions and all these things. So this is also one of the very good significance for India by being a member of SCO. And the next is security and counter-terror activities. Security and counter-terror activities, in the sense it is a forum, the SCO is a forum where these concepts can be discussed. For example, we have this backdoor player, right? We have this next door player, Pakistan. There have been a lot of skirmishes between India and Pakistan, and India accuses Pakistan and Pakistan accuses India, and all these things happen. But this can be a very good forum. This has been going for a long time, this accusations and all. But SCO, it provides a very good forum for people to discuss. It is our region, it is our neighborhood, and all members are surrounding us, our neighbors or our neighbors' neighbors. So this forum can be a very good player in inculcating such discussions on terrorism and all these things, and give us security and counter-terror activities. And not only that, not only security from outside players and inside and terrorists, but also the thing is such SCO organizations and all, they also provide for disaster management exercises. For example, recently, not recently, but a couple of years back, there was this particular exercise called as the DUST-LIKE exercise, DUST-LIKE, D-U-S-T-L-I-K, DUST-LIKE exercise between Uzbekistan and India for disaster management. So this was all enhanced on the backdrop of Shanghai Cooperation Organization, right? So yes, this is also a greater significance for India as being a member of Shanghai Cooperation Organization. So now we'll move on to the challenges that India faces by being a member of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization. The first is the US angle. Yes, recently Iran has joined Shanghai Cooperation Organization. So there is a lot of issues between Iran and US, issues between China. The entire globe knows about the issues between China and US, and China and Russia is an age-old phenomenon that has been now and then it has been increasing, and exponential increase and all has happened. But yes, India being member of this SCO, what critics say is that it is like an anti-US grouping. The grouping is dominated by players who have skirmishes, who have issues, or who have quarrels, both outright and both explicit and implicit, skirmishes with US. So this portrays India in a bad light. So this portrays India as being part of an anti-US organization, So that is this US angle. So that is one of the major challenge and criticism placed on India for being a part of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization. And this has not been done only with the only with US angle, but with the West angle, especially Europe and US in particular. But Europe also joins hands with US now and then to criticize India being part of an anti-West, organization. So yes, that is that. And the rise of China, challenge for China, or challenge in the sense it is a very big concern for India also, being the rise of China and SCO. Recent times and all, in 2 days back, Russia has asked China to pay in Chinese yuan for the Russian oil imports. So this has been happening in the backdrop, and this China's policy of BRI, CPEC, right? China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, that passes through Pakistan occupied Kashmir with no respect for India's sovereignty. All these things happen, and the rise of China to prominence across the globe is one thing that India has to be wary of, even in the SCO. Even in the SCO also, China has taken provocative measures to implement BRI. Recently also there was in the recent New Delhi summit, there was this economic cooperation agreement signed, led by China. India did not sign that agreement. India refrained from, because it was opposed to India's interest. So yes, that is happening. The rise of China is a very big concern for India in the SCO. And no formal mechanism. So yes, there are a lot of issues in SCOs, in the Shanghai Cooperation Organization, a lot of issues, but there is no formal mechanism for dispute resolution. They only act as a regional body that discuss and deliberate and promote economic and security cooperation amongst its members. So there is no formal mechanism. Even these things, right, HOSC and HOGC and all, they do not have any formal decision making powers. Yes, head of States Council is the supreme decision making body, but it is not formal. It does not have any formal decision making authorities. So this is one of the major issue being cited in the SCO, that India cannot use SCO as a forum to resolve its issues with other members because there is no formal mechanism. So that is one big concern and challenge. And yes, the next thing is divergent interest. The entire SCO has a lot of divergent interest. For example, there is India and Pakistan. We all know the issue there. India and China, we all know the issue. There is border issue. There is this economy based issue. There is this international relations based issue. All these things are there. And Arunachal Pradesh side and all, there is issues are there. And Pakistan, line of control issues there. And India also has issues with these two things. And there is also boundary dispute in the Central Asia. Tajikistan and Kyrgyzstan especially. They also have this boundary dispute. That is there. And a lot of other skirmishes also, and a lot of other diverging interests are also present in the SCO. So this reduces the efficiency of SCO as a very good mechanism, as a regional mechanism where members can cooperate amongst themselves. So this reduces the efficiency of SCO, and this can also be a very big concern or issue when it comes to the challenges for India and the Shanghai Cooperation Organization. So yes, SCO is a very good organization. It's a regional organization where cooperation can be done, but the various challenges are present in such in this particular organization. For example, the exponential rise of China and Russia's scoot over China. Russia's scoot to China's side, and these are all creating apprehensions among other members, especially that of India. India can make very good use of SCO as an opportunity to promote its security and economic interest, but yes, there are concerns that has to be addressed as efficiently or as quick as possible and attain a decent agreement for mutual and peaceful coexistence. Thank you.